I'm gonna take this one first before Nick steals it from me. But my favorite album right now is American Motorsports by Bill Murray. I knew he was gonna have it, and I want that one because I think it's one of the best albums in the last decade.
It is good. It is good. I'm gonna go next, but Chris actually got me into the Proto Men recently.
All right, okay.
And I have had Act 2, The Father of Death, on loop for about the past 6 weeks, and it is a stunning bit of work. I love it.
It's good, right? It's very dramatic. I'm glad we're doing like favorites right now, because if anyone asks me what my favorite album is, like I have no idea how you choose one thing.
You just
I know my most on repeat right now is Toehider. What kind of creature am I? I've been playing a lot of his. I think it's mostly one guy albums recently. That's my most played at the moment. Yeah, I enjoy the theatrics of it. I think we have a bit of a motto in Tiberius when we're writing stuff, which is get real weird with it, and I think Toehider embodies that very well. I can pick one for this, and it's weird because it's not a guitarist. I'm going John Entwistle from The Who, bass player. I've found like quite inspirational for a long time. I used to play bass alongside guitar. I don't really play bass anymore, but at that time he was a big inspiration. To be honest, I think everyone in the band is for different reasons. I think they're all like at the time were like at the absolute forefront of their instruments. But I think he really embodies the ability to be showy and like incredible when it's necessary, and also sit back and just fit the mood and the tone of the song when it's necessary. Like it's such like good use of his instrument at all times, and I think it's hard, especially the kind of stuff that we're writing. It's hard sometimes to show restraint when you need to, and know when to dial up when you need to. And I think he's absolutely, and as well as being a phenomenal player, I just think he toes that line absolutely perfectly.
I'm gonna go with Danny Karanos, who is professionally known as Amigo the Devil. I just love him. He's incredible live. His performances are amazing. Like everything he does is like lyrically interesting, musically interesting. I think he's my favourite, hands down just now. Love him.
I like that we're all choosing like not our own instruments. That's kind of cool.
Totally.
For me, like this is really hard because as a guitar player, like there are like 1,000,001 guitarists that I'm inspired by, but sound nothing like.
You're not allowed to choose guitar players.
So I'm not going to choose a guitar. So I'm actually not going to choose a guitar player. For me, I think one of the most inspiring musicians for me is Tristan Schoen of Author and Punisher. I just think that, I just love the fact that he has combined his like engineering background with making his own instruments. That obviously his music is so like heavy and like really like visceral. And I went to see him perform live, and like he's obviously like made instruments that sound like his music, and everything has this like every time he moves something or like makes a noise, it just the aesthetics of the thing match the music, and like I just love the fact that he's went, oh, nobody makes a thing that embodies what I'm doing, so I'm going to do it, and I'm going to pay a fortune in freight costs to tour it. So I respect that. I respect that man so much for being like, I'm going to do this for me. And
it's very inventive as well.
It's very inventive. I just think it's so cool. And I love his music.
I love your
really, really cool.
So, what three essentials to take on a tour with you then? I'm thinking headphones. I'm thinking
noise cancelling headphones. If they had some of them have got a mode for like different stuff. Like you've got like a mode you turn to if you're on the plane, and it cancels that hum stuff out that like tailors it. I would like someone to come out with like the algorithm to cancel out Ryan, but until then. Until then, generic noise cancelling headphones. What else? Comfy pants.
Yeah,
because I get bunched up in the van. And what else do we take on tour?
The silly sausage.
Oh yeah, the silly sausage. We've got the silly sausage. It's like, bop it.
Yeah.
It's like bop it, but it's like a sausage, and you have to dip it and twist it.
Right.
We had that. We found that. I think Jan found it in a shop last time we were on tour, but that came with us, and so every time we had a show, we were like challenging random people to beat us at silly sausage. It got very competitive, actually. We need to take that out next time. So that is now a tour essential.
That is a tour essential. Yeah, I would agree with the noise cancelling headphones. I'll tell you what is not an essential, and that is Jordan's Nature Valley bars, right? Because it's the dustiest thing known to man, and you know the second somebody opens one of them in the van, it's fucking everywhere.
Yeah, they
right?
are horrible.
They're honestly horrible. Brad brought those last time. He was like, "I've got some snacks from the van. We'll keep this in the van. If you need a snack, we'll save us stopping." Absolutely not.
No, it's not. It's not tasty. It's not nutritious. It's just a mess. So don't bring Jordan Nature Valley bars on any tour.
There's the Jordan's endorsement, dog.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, for me, it's noise cancelling headphones. It's probably a laptop, and it's about as much water as we can fit in the van.
Yeah. A-Team, do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you hated flying, right? So just like injecting on, let's say, you need that before. You know what I mean?
You just suggest that we sedate Ryan. Yeah, I'm on board.
Ryan's catching a lot of strays through.
I'm glad he's not here.
He's on holiday at the moment. I hope he's having a nice time. I hope his ears are burning.
Anyway, right. So, can you choose one country each that you'd love to go and tour?
Just because I've been there a bunch, I have family over there, and it's like the world's prettiest drive. So regardless of what the shows are like, the drive would be incredible. Also, we played with Devilskin, who are from there a few times. I feel like they could take us out and we'd have a good time. That'd
be great. I would love to tour. It's tough. It's either Japan or Brazil.
Come to Brazil.
Yeah, I want to fulfill the prophecy of coming to Brazil, but also like their metal fans are just like something else. Yeah. Like ever since so I watched Iron Maiden's Rock in Rio when it came out, right?
Yeah.
And that has been like my bar for all live shows ever since I was a kid. And like I want to do Rock in Rio.
Yeah, because everyone's moving, aren't they? It's not like you're just not just like stood there all the way back. It's just one concert.
Oh yeah,
yeah, exactly. It's just
enormous, and they're all absolutely mad for it.
Amazing.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like a winter show in Norway could be quite cool. But
just because you want to wear them fleecy things, yeah.
That's exactly.
Norway would have been like there if I didn't see New Zealand. I think that would be cool.
Yeah,
and they've got a great scene for it.
It's expensive there, like though. So.
It is. Yeah, more on Police Not from Norway.
They are.
Yeah, let's get some shows with them.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, that would be good.
All right, so next one, right? So it's final 6 now. So which musician would you have in your car or van for a 24-hour road trip? Any musician, random, dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
Elton John. Bring him. He'd be great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I would go with Claudio Sanchez from Coheed and Cambria.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think like he's a weird little guy. I'd get on well with him. We've got a lot of things in common. We could chat about prog classics. We could chat about, weird synthesizer stuff that he's into, old Gibsons, just all sorts of like nerdy shit. I think he'd be a good time.
Cool.
I'd go Adam D from Killswitch because I think number one he'd match our energy. And also, I could ask him a lot of questions about their live sound, because when I've seen Killswitch live, their guitar sound is incredible. Killswitch and Sabadon are actually the 2 bands I've seen live where I thought, this guitar sound is ridiculous. I don't know how you're doing this.
Right. So, a made-up song about your personality, what would it be called?
I've had a lot of comments on our socials saying that Chris has chaotic energy, and they're worried that at some point I will kill Jahan. So I think my made-up song would just be called Chaotic Energy.
That's a good one.
I don't know. I actually have no idea. I once heard the phrase "slippery and dangerous," and I like that as a song title for me.
It's like the 80s, isn't it?
It sounds pretty 80s. I can't remember. I can't remember in what context I heard it, but I heard someone using it one day for something, and I went,
was someone warning you about getting in a pool full of eels?
You know, I think it was. I actually think it was Galen from Twilight Force. Oh, look, I'm name dropping now, but and Azure, which is where I actually know them from. They said something about the way they play guitar solos was slippery and dangerous, and I was like,
it's also
that
a
is
very
the
good
coolest
description.
phrase ever. I'm
Yeah,
using that,
exactly
so
how
that's the
they
name of
play.
my that's the name of my song.
I like that.
That's really good. I mean, the only thing that sticks out in my head is someone recently called me Draco Malfoy on TikTok, so I guess it's just going to have to be Draco Malfoy question mark.
Which not called Draco Malfoy.
From the wonderful country of Scotland, do you prefer fried Mars bars or haggis?
Haggis.
So I've had this haggis is one of those, when you go to other countries and they've got this food that I'm sure they don't eat, it's just made up for tourists. Haggis is the version that we all actually do eat because it's delicious, and fried Mars bars are the version that doesn't actually exist. There's like the odd chippy satiate the tourist.
Yeah.
I've had one once in my life, and it was.
Yeah, I've had one, and it is.
It was better than you expect. It was better than I give you that, but it's not commonplace. Haggis is exceptional.
Yeah.
Okay, love it. All right. Do you prefer festivals or small intimate gigs?
Small intimate gigs for me, I think.
Yeah, the word intimate is throwing me off because it sounds like it's going to be like nice and peaceful and lovey-dovey, and what I actually want is like one of the sweaty basement venues that we have in Edinburgh. Yeah, so my worry is if you say small and intimate gig, that to me sounds like a nice, quiet, chill affair. And I agree with Nick on the small intimate gig is better, but I want like one of the sweaty underground, like cramped venues we have in Edinburgh with more people than the fire department would deem safe. Like just going nuts. I don't want small intimate. I want small and crowded and borderline dangerous. But that rather than a festival. Festival is especially a big festival. There's people over there, and I can't. Especially if we're leaping the barrier, like it's too long a walk. I want you right there.
Sorry.
I'm going to be the outlier here and say I prefer festivals. But for yes, it's great to play to lots of people, and you're probably going to pick up a bunch of new fans because it's a festival and not everybody knows who you are, and that's really cool. But also like the kind of festivals that we play, like a lot of our friends go, and like a lot of like other bands we're friends with will be there either in the audience or like playing. And so for me, festivals are like a really good opportunity to catch up with people that I don't normally get to see. And for me, that's really, really nice. I might only just like DM these people memes on Instagram throughout the year, and then I get to see them like once or twice, and it's so nice. So for me, I like to see lots of friends. I like festivals.
Yeah. I mean, I just jumped in with a kind of like small intimate thing, but like totally agree with Chris. Like, give me a dingy, sweaty place. People are running around topless. You're getting the shit kicked out of you at points. Like that's the kind of vibe I want. That'd be great.
I want people falling onto the stage.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
I want my gear to be at risk.
Well, I remember when I was a lot younger, head banging at the front of the stage and head banging off the bass player's bass. They thought it was fun. But everyone else thought it was fun. I didn't think it was fun. Anyway, I knocked myself out basically. So right.
Nice. I like vinyl. Because I like the art. I like seeing the art big, I am too young to have seen vinyl the first time around, so my only equivalent is like CD and like poring over the liner notes and like getting the little booklet and doing all the cool stuff. And like now that I'm a grown man and I buy vinyl now and I have a nice vinyl player, and I like the ceremony of vinyl, and I like making it an event because like with streaming, like there's so much music accessible at your fingertips, same with like whether that's music or video, and you can kind of put something on and it's so passive. And I think people's like perceived value of something that's so easily accessible by the small little depression machine in your pocket that like there's no value attached to it, right? Whereas with like vinyl, it's a big physical thing that takes up space in your house, and you have to go and you have to put it on the platter and you have to turn it on and select the speed, and halfway through you have to turn it over. Like I love that. It puts all that value back into the thing that a bunch of artists have worked so hard to produce and create. I love vinyl.
Great.
I agree. I'm physical across the board. Like I bought VHS, like a VCR player last year. Like physical and everything, I think is superior. Not because I think it's higher quality or it sounds better, blah blah blah. It's just nice to have a thing.
Yeah.
And as Jan says, it's less throwaway.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the same. I mean, like you can't see it, but I've got a second bedroom through there, which is like just solely going to be filling up with vinyl and DVDs and CDs, and it's just like the thing room, and I really like going into that and just like it's something nice. You come home from work, you've had a really tough day, you pick out a vinyl or like your favorite movie or whatever, and you just sit there and watch it, and it is that ceremony and like having that physical thing you can touch. It's really beats the crap out of digital, if you ask me. But
I still haven't gotten over the loss of Blockbuster.
oh,
I'm mourning that today.
there's one left.
Yeah, there is. I really want to go every Thursday night. For some reason, it's Thursdays. Every Thursday night, it's like, oh, I could really go a Blockbuster right now.
Is your ultimate Scottish band touring partner dead or alive?
Bleed from Within. Like they are a phenomenal band that like they went away for a bit and then they decided to come back and they are just on fire right now. Like the new like singles sound incredible. I am furious that they beat us to the punch by releasing a song with bagpipes on it. So there is that. But yeah, they're really lovely guys. Like they've got a very similar sense of humor and like I think like both our bands like lean into being Scottish in the right way. And like I think that would be like an absolute hoot on tour.
I mean, purely just to satisfy teenage me, if I could go on tour with Biffy, that'd be pretty sick.
Okay, yeah. No.
Are they still a thing?
Yeah,
They
I think
still
so.
exist? Yeah.
Like, what's the spin-off band? I've forgotten.
Empire State Bastard.
So on, they'd be cool as well.
Yeah, they'd be
I've
good.
never heard of that. That's a good name.
It is a good name.
Okay.
Touring. The question cut off a little bit for me. This is touring partner. Man, I've mentioned them before, but like Toehider selfishly just to get them over here from Australia.
Scottish band, darling.
Scottish band.
Yeah,
Oh,
Scottish
fuck.
band.
I'm just gonna say Code Speaker. Sort of like post metal. Just released an album this year. Very angry, very like atmospheric, great live band. Yeah, check them out if you like some heavier stuff, some slower pace than Tiberius, but very cool, very nice guys.